Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting a brand new build, a brand new CycleKart Sharknose. The 1961 Sharknose by Ferrari. So this is kind of an illustration of how I do my planning for a CycleKart, right? So I've got some really nice illustrations I found on the internet. Somebody did some really nice drawings, and I basically blow them up until my scale, which is this architectural scale like this, can get a measurement on the tire that closely resembles a CycleKart. In this case, 22 or so inches. And that gives me the scale that I can look at this and measure it and adjust as needed. So this car almost scales out perfectly. See the notations I have on there, the seat 16 inches, 18 inches from the rear axle to the very tail. And then I've got 22 inches from the center line of the front axle to the front of the nose, and 39 inches wide. So this will have about a 70-inch wheelbase roughly. The motor will be placed behind the driver and in front of the rear axle instead of where I normally put it, which would be behind the rear axle. Most CycleKarts are built that way, but the seat is so far forward in this, that's going to be real easy to just put the motor there. There'll be plenty of space, and my feet will be up inside between the wishbones. So I've already assembled this A-arm system. This is the A-arms and coilover shocks. The coilovers aren't here right now, they're in the garage, but this will probably be cut away down here, and my feet will go in here. Either this will be cut away or that'll be cut away. The feet will go in here, the pedal box will basically be in this space. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be cut away. You see I've had to widen this. I was 2 inches too narrow. We're trying to get the actual measurement from the outside of the tire to the outside of the tire to be 39. I came up at 37, so I added 2 inches to this box. So this was a lot of work to get to this point. But everything's going to be built off of this. So the frame rails will extend from here, going back, upper frame rails, which this will have a separate set of frame rails at the top, just like the Inspiration car would have had. These are drawings of the Sharknose frame, found on the internet again. These are round tube. I'm using square tubing. So this is where obviously the seat goes right here, right? And the pedal box is going to be up here. So seat here, your feet are going to be way up in the front. There's some really nice illustrations on the internet of this car. And a lot of these early Formula One cars, there's cool stuff like this available. And here's kind of a rough sketch of the box. So it's 14 3/4 wide, 15 3/4 wide, 15 and a half wide at the top, about 8 inches tall overall, and 8 inches wide from here to here. Okay. I just got these little weld tabs I bought on Amazon to secure these. And this works pretty well. So I started drawing out the frame, and basically I've got my swing arm assembly at the front, and then starting from that point going back to where the seat is at, we're about 16 inches at the inside to give yourself room for your bottom, and 17 and a half inches at the outside of the frame rails, right? And then the roll bar is there. That's the line for the roll bar. And then back here, 20 inches behind that is where the rear axle is going to be. So there's plenty of space in there for the motor and the TAV. You can see on this I did use Renegade spindles. Now the Pitman arm's not on here. I'll be attaching those later, but we do have the kingpin inclination, 14 degrees. And you can see at the front I welded this little 1-inch tubing at the front so I could get 7 or 8 degrees of caster to tilt the whole thing back so it steers straight. So this is the very beginning stage of this project. And for every project I've ever done, I've always made a folder. All my receipts, everything I'm doing is in this folder. Kind of keep track of everything. And I'll probably put an Amazon parts list together as this does come together, because there are some parts on Amazon as well as Renegade parts on here. And some of the stuff I'm just going to have to make myself, because really nothing exists to build something like this for a CycleKart, at least nothing common. So follow along, and we'll see how this goes. It should be a fun project. Okay, so we moved it out to the garage, and I've got it set up with some jack stands for the front suspension here. And you can see I've got a 3/4 inch piece of tubing underneath the frame. It's kind of loosely clamped here. I'm going to bring 8 inches in front of here. This is about where the bulkhead will be for the bodywork, for the nose cone. So I'm going to extend the frame out to there, 8 inches. And You see I've got my little dial indicator here. This is showing 10 degrees, but it's a little bit more because this floor is sloped. It's actually more like 8 degrees. And here's the parts that came with the Amazon front suspension bits. There's the coilover spring and the spindle. And the spindle is very small here. It's also very short. Wouldn't work for a CycleKart because you need a pretty long spindle bolt to get through this wheel. And these are my custom wheels, of course, we made for this car. So what I've got is 3/4 inch tubing, thin wall. Out the back here, I've marked off where the cross member is going to be for the roll bar sits at 48 inches from there. And then I've marked the rear axle 20 inches behind that here. So I'm going to have a little bit of extra material back there. We'll work out where that goes as we progress. But for now, I want to put some cross members in. Put one here. I'll probably put one with the axle just tacked in place to kind of keep it all square. And I'll put a cross member at the very front, again, to keep it square. Right now I'm having trouble getting this all square, just kind of sitting here loose. I'm going to get it all squared up first, and then we'll clamp it to the cross member assembly here. So that'll be next. We'll cut some steel and get this frame going. And of course, the top one is going to have a similar deal. It's going to be a piece of tubing across the top here, and it's going to come up at an angle to create the cockpit area. Anyway, I'm making some progress on it. Okay, so I've got the frame up on the workbench, and I'm using my Vicon Vincent paper template that I used for the prototype. You can see there's burn marks on here from where I welded up the other frame. So I'm using the center line to help me square the whole thing up in the space, right, so that everything is square to each other, because these are not perfect 90s, right, so they're a little off from 90 because it's narrow at the front, wider at the back. So up in the very front, I'm putting a bar across the center, right, and then where the roll bar should go in the finished car, seat will be in front of that. So this is where the roll bar, there'll be a bar that goes up to where the frame is at here, probably about 8 or 9 inches up, and that's where the roll bar will be. Anyway, this will go back. Axle will be back here somewhere, and axle's right about here rather. So at any rate, we are making progress. I'm about to get the welder going here and tack this in place and see how she goes. Okay, so I got the two cross members welded into the frame rails. They're nice and square, and I've got it mocked up under the front suspension. So you see here how this kind of sticks out in the front here, and that'll give us some place to locate and mount the front bulkhead. So what we're going to do, I'm going to probably take this off of this and get it up on the workbench, and then weld this here and back there, and then I'm probably going to gusset this little gap down here. I may not gusset it just yet. I may just tack it together right now just so it all holds together, because that's going to be critical to build the rest of the frame. Okay, so this is making some progress. Okay, so the sub-assembly is welded to the lower frame, and over the past week I've added an upper frame rail, starting with a 10-foot piece of 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch thin wall tubing, 060 I think, or 065. I put a couple cross members in here. This is about where the dash is going to go, and this is about where the rear of the seat will be. 30 inches between the two, which should be enough for a cockpit, I'm hoping. I did make this wider than the bottom. These are 16, this I believe is 18. To give you room for your shoulders. Your shoulders may be different, so you might have to adjust that if you're going to build one of these. Roughly 15 inches tall from this bar to this bar. Went forward, and so I stopped the frame here, and then I welded on the front piece. It goes down at an angle. I've got it gusseted to the top of the suspension here to carry the weight, to distribute the pressure of these suspension bits to the top and lower frame. Should strengthen it up quite a bit. These extend past the front end. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to notch this so that it can, you can see it's not quite lined up with this one. Bring this over so it's square with this, so it creates a square front end. And then this will be shortened, and we'll put a bar here also. This is where the front bulkhead for the Sharknose will be attached, as I'm imagining it. So yeah, I made some good progress here. I've got a little bit more finish welding to do down here. I'm realizing if I weld that, and I got this really well welded, I don't think I need a gusset here after all. I think this will be plenty strong. Yeah, so this is coming along pretty good. Got these little angled pieces here to attach that. And don't look too close at my welds. I'm definitely not a welder. I'm a amateur. Building cool stuff in my garage. No one's ever going to see any of this. It's going to be covered up by all the bodywork and panels. There's going to be hood panels on here, side panels here. This is all going to be inside the car and invisible, so it doesn't really matter what your welds look like as long as they penetrate nice and hot and melt the metal together. So making great progress on this. So I'll get to cutting on these pieces and finish up this front suspension area. Next will be to install the A-arms and then the shock mounts. All right, so I'm kind of focusing on the front of the car to start with. Once that's all buttoned up, we can turn our attention to the rear where the motor and the rear axle are going to be. All right, making some progress here. Thanks. Okay, so I've cut a relief in the steel here. I've already welded the other side. Using a framing square to align this bar with that bar. We'll cut these off later. And yeah, so making progress. I'll get a couple tacks on this just to match the other side of stuff to come back and finish weld this one. But I got it to where this is parallel here at this point out in front, so that's what we're looking for. All right, cool. Okay, so making some great progress. I got the front bars installed and welded up. This again will create the bulkhead. I've got the A-arms installed, and now I'm working on figuring out how I'm going to mount the coilovers to the frame. So I'm trying to get this up to where they're just about a right height, which is just about right about there. I have to build a bracket up here for that mounted here, and I'll probably gusset it across to give it extra strength because I'm dealing with some 3/4 inch, pretty thin light duty tubing. I'm doing that to keep the weight down as much as we can. Yeah, so making some great progress. I'll work on making some templates for this next and get to where I can get this front end finished up. Okay, so I'm making a little template to make the brackets to attach these coilover springs to the top of the frame rails. And I come up with this little piece of cardboard I made up. And here's the basic measurements of it. So it's from the frame rail to the center of the bolt, from the frame rail here, which is represented by that notch, to the center of the bolt, 2 inches up. And from this line, which is the back of the frame rail, to the center of the bolt, 1.5 inches. So those are the measurements there. The bolt hole is a 12 millimeter or 12M bolt, not 12 millimeter, excuse me, 12M bolt. And the closest that is standard is 25/64. So I drilled a hole there and mounted it into this little deal here. When you put a bolt in there, that is going to locate that very nicely right there. So I'm going to have, I'm going to mail this little template off to Mark at Renegade and see if he'll make me 4 of these, 1 for each side. For obviously you're going to need 4 of them. And what we'll do, this will be in the next video, we'll get those installed. And I'll probably put a gusset across to this side over here, and then from here over here, a little triangle in there. Anyway, I think we're going to call that the end of this video. Thanks for following along on this Sharknose project. This is a little outside the norm for cycle karting with this front suspension setup, but this is what the original car would have had, not a leaf spring or a solid axle. So trying to keep it in the flavor of the Inspiration car. So this frame is coming along pretty well. It's not terribly heavy just yet. We are making some good progress on it. Been about 2 weeks into this so far, I think. A lot of this I'm just kind of using the drawings from the original Ferrari as inspiration. You know, trying to use up what I could have, from the internet. There's a nice drawing of the Ferrari here. There's a frame at us in here somewhere. Here's the frame. So that's kind of what the original frame would have looked like, round tubing, but I'm using square because it's a lot easier to work with for me. And yeah, making some good progress. So thanks for following along, guys. Like, subscribe, ask questions, all that jazz. And get out in the garage and build something cool. Catch you next time.